Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside the Vernon Curling Club for Draw 5 action here at the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic. Joining Kiss with you for this one. Some women's action. It's the defending BC Scotties champion Team Wark throwing the Bluestones against Team Coulombe from the island and the lower mainland. Giving some Okanagan flair to their matchup here tonight. Team Wark 1-1 so far this weekend. Team Coulombe 0-2. Team Coulombe will start off with the hammer here in the first end as Team Wark kicks us off with Jen Rusnell. And leading us off here for Team Coulombe, it's Casey Freeman. Back in the competitive scene this year after taking some time off. As the corner guard was asked here by Mariah, and well rested now for Sarah Wark here and her team a chance to play another guard here. They do have to rock back the button, but we'll play the center guard. Team Wark winning their first game over Team Ebby yesterday, and coming up on the losing end to Chelsea Carey earlier this morning. And for Team Coulombe, they had a close loss in their first draw yesterday to Team Hayashi, and then again came up on the wrong side to Team Richards this morning. It's both teams, it is their third game of they will each play 5. And this is also the second event here on the BC Women's Curling Tour, presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Best Western, the official hotel of Curl BC. As this draw from Casey comes in behind the guards, it's got a lot of finish to it as it's gonna pop out the other side and will sit back of the 8-foot there. And Team Wark is going to ignore it because it is behind the tee line and just play another center guard. Now the issue with that, if they do go after it, they could possibly leave a pocket for Team Coulombe to draw to. Second for Team Wark, Carly Sandwith. Guard will slightly over curl, but it's kind of doing its job here. Now it's Sierra Fisher here. She's kind of filling in this week for Team Coulombe. The normal third, Megan Chambers, is here, but he's not playing. As this one's a little heavy and it will slide on by and a little wide as well. Team Wark, this is their second event this season. Their last was a few weeks ago over in Edmonton at the Booster Day Shootout, where they finished with a record of 3-3, didn't make the playoffs. As they did lose in the tiebreaker. This Wark with Charlie will tap the round back a little bit, and alright, we'll take a look there. It does look like one for sure, and let's look at Murray just signaled. Her team must be second. Yeah, for Team Coulombe, chance to play a hit and roll here behind. This rock will be a little wide, but it will kind of make contact with the Blues here, and they will sit shot stone for now. And for Team Wark here, without the hammer, they are going to ignore that yellow stone. It's in the open. It's Kristen Pilot, third for Team Wark. Again, without the hammer, again you could play the open one here, be a little safe, but again you will be behind the T line and give Team Coulombe the freeze opportunity, so they're gonna try to get to kind of the top button buried first, and this one just needs to curl for them. They're gonna sweep it back, and it will go to the back of the 4-foot for shot stone. And for Team Coulombe, Madison Marlowe now. Alright, just asking for a small tap. Could freeze, could even come up a little short, and, you know, kind of sit in this top area here. Top 4 would be great. This one is wide and has some weight to it. Again, both teams a little heavy on some draws here early on. There's a common theme in our first game this morning on the women's side between Team Thompson and Team Slattery. A lot of heavy draws. The team just not adjusting to it yet. So another chance here for Team Wark to bury one in. Taking a lot of ice here, a lot more ice than what we've seen from the past games on the sheet for a draw. Usually seeing maybe middle of the 8-foot at most. This is definitely a little straighter here, and the weight's good here. Just again, just doesn't curl for him, and it'll come to a great spot there for Team Coulombe. It's a perfect opportunity to play the hit and roll. And this one will just hit on the nose, it'll jam at the back, but it's looks like the blue stone at the back is the shot rock right now, where Team Coulombe sitting second and third. Now for Team Wark, again, kind of the same shot here. You want to roll towards the middle. Now you don't want to roll all the way kind of over here, over to the left, dead buried. Ideally, you would want to be here kind of touching the center line here. That's where you're going to want this one. It'll be very difficult for Team Coulombe to remove because you have this yellow one to worry about, and also the draw wouldn't be there. So if you say you roll over here on the right side, the Team Coulombe still has this come around draw to the button. So you just want to roll this one just to center line here. This Wark team coming out of the Abbotsford Curling Club. We'll roll over to the 4 foot. Good shot, but again, a chance here for Mariah to draw right to the button here and sit her one. You gotta be careful not to be right on that kind of back blue one, because if you do that, you're gonna leave room for Sarah Wark to draw right back on top of it and sit shot stone. And you're not gonna have much of a shot for your single if you're Team Coulombe here. So, top 4 or top button there, just biting. Try to get shot rock out of it. If you're up, cover the pin, that's good as well. An important shot here early on by Mariah. There's currently a defending Canadian mixed, or not Canadian, BC mixed champion. Hopefully Canadian mixed champion soon, as her team will be competing in the Canadian Mixed Championships very soon. Team of Cam DeJong, Mariah Coulombe, Kelly Hansen, and Alex Horvath. And again, this one just hangs out there a little bit for him and doesn't curl. Again, both of these teams taking a lot of ice here early on. I feel like they haven't really picked up. That's a little straighter than maybe what they've seen on other sheets. So last rock here for Team Wark. They are sitting 2. Lots of room to work with here. You could come into the 4 foot, really put the pressure on Mariah, or you could even end up short. It'd still be a very difficult draw against 2. So anything but heavy here for Team Wark is a good result. Again, this one is way out there, waiting it to come back. It's got some speed to it. Weight's not too bad though, but again, just too much ice. And for Mariah, she has a shot here to get her 1. And if you get really creative with it, I think there's a shot there for 4. Maybe 3 if you really wanted to. I think right here you play your 1, and then you play for your 1 here. And then if you get lucky, you could get 3. So what could happen here for Team Coulombe is they, of course they're gonna come off this one, and then they want to hit this one, this red rock here, just below it, so that your shooter will redirect back here, and it is there. It's there for 4. It looks like that they will. The safe shot here is just to play for 1, and then again, like I said, if you you're lucky enough to make that triple, then good on you. Now, last stone here in the first end. Casey Freeman on the right, Sierra Fisher on the left. This one's diving close to that blue guard. Gotta get by it. Gotta get by it. Oh, just sneak by, maybe even ticked it. And she will get the shot stone out of it. So it's a great shot there by Mariah to give her team the 1-0 lead here. And after one end here at the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic from Vernon. Here inside the Vernon Curling Club, it's Draw 5 of the Prestige Hotels, Resorts, and Curling Classic. Jordan Kiss with you. 6 other games here on tap this afternoon, this late evening. And over on Sheet 2, it's Team Richards versus Team Hayashi. Richards got off to a 3-0 lead there. They're in the second end. On Sheet 3, it's Kelsey Rock versus Alina Kovaleva of Russia. They're currently in the first end over there. That's a women's action. Go to men's at play now. Over on Sheet 4, it's Tyler Tardy playing their first game. They scored a 3-ender in the first end against Team Wenzik, who's 1-0. On Sheet 5, it's back to women's play here. It's Kim Slattery against Sarah Daniels. Both teams looking for the first win over there. On Sheet 6, it's Chelsea Carey versus Team Ebby. Carey got a 2-ender in the first. And over on Sheet 7, it's the junior team, Team Caldwell. They're facing Team Wood right now, and they are in the second end. Team Wark will have the last stone here, and number 2. As that first rock from Casey comes into the rings. Rock there from Jen will come to rest in the 8th here now for Team Coulombe and Casey Freeman. A simple hit here. Maybe a slight roll away. Nose is okay. Reapers on this one, and will just tick the blue, but the blue will stay in play here. And for Team Wark, they're going to throw the guard on it. You might see some teams in this situation, play the open hit here to split, but it's still very early on in the end there, and then if you do play the open hit, you're pretty much going to have to make every shot the rest of the end to get your 2. So, but right now your chance to maybe set something else up that's more than a 2 this end for Team Wark. As that rock will partially bury over curl, but it looks like Sierra should be able to see a little bit of it, you know. Well, for a lefty, as Sierra is, a little more difficult than it would be for a righty. You know, right-handed thrower will be able to see a little more of this rock, but it's still a makeable shot. You're looking for maybe a hack weight, just try to roll over. This is looking very good here from Sierra. If it curls up, then we'll hit it, but will this blue one go out? And it will not. But the yellow one is still shot there on the top of the 12-foot. For Team Wark, an opportunity here to maybe play the hit and roll. Carly's standing with now her first here in the second end. And they will just hit on no. Still a good result there for Team Wark. For Team Coulombe, again, try to do the same thing. Hit and roll behind the corner guard. Would love to sit shot after this one as well. Shot rock berry is exactly what you want. Sweepers haven't touched this one yet, so we'll just hit it and stick top 12. And Sarah's not going to ignore it here. She will play the hit and roll. She could also, you know, play the draw around the corner guard. That's not a bad shot, but she just wants to hit this one. Maybe a little more comfortable playing the hit. Towards center. Now for Team Coulombe. Yeah, Mariah's gonna maybe play this one here, because if you hit this top one and roll buried, good on you, but it'll allow Team Wark to, you know, come around those two rocks. There'd be a double guard for them. I'd almost be tempted here to hit the rock on the left here and, you know, play the roll this way, but again, nothing wrong with this shot. This rock will come to no. Still a good spot there for Team Coulombe. It's high enough that they could use later on in the end to tap a raise. And this time, Team Wark is going to ignore it, and they're going to draw through the port here behind their corner guard. Or they look like they're going to come the other way, a little safer. Kristen Pilot now. This one's diving towards the guard. Needs to curl. Needs to get there for speed too, and it will hit the guard. Now for Mariah here. Chance to ask Madison to play this hit here, hit and roll. Nose is okay, but if you can roll, you are gonna really put some pressure on Team Wark to make a good one on the next one. And now for them, this one just needs to curl up a bit, but it won't. It'll still hit the one and will roll out. Now for Sarah, that yellow rock can be a dangerous rock for them if if they decide to go around. Maybe Mariah decides to go around the yellow one instead of following them down. So they're gonna play hit, try to roll in here. Not a lot of rings to work with being this high up, especially with the way that rock is positioned. And they will roll, but will be short of the house. So great opportunity here for Mariah to play the come around. Guards are slightly staggered. You want to beat this one directly under this blue one here. That way there'll be no straight run back for Team Wark. They would have this one over here, but I wouldn't be too worried about that one if I were Team Coulombe right now. One's getting close to the guard. Weight looks still there. If they can get it by, it should be pretty close. Working hard on it. They will just nick it. But we'll sit top 12. Now for Team Wark, it's going to be a little difficult to get to the inside here. Well, you can't get a little small inside roll here just to bury a piece of it. Sarah Wark with her first here in the second with the last rock. And you see this one is moving towards the center line, getting close to that blue guard up front, and it will hit it. And will spill out, so we're chancing it for Team Coulombe to put some pressure on Sarah on her last. Now they're looking at the tap here. And we're also looking this way. I like the tap here. You get a rock closer to the button. Really force Sarah to make it. Most likely she'll play a double for her one. You can a little easier steal there. So that's what she's going to play. Just bump this yellow up here, right on the nose. Even if you come back forward with it, it's not bad. Some more separation could be very beneficial to Team Coulombe here. Sweepers haven't touched this one yet. This one's looking very close. Weight looks there. Weight's fine. I'm trying to make a curl here. Casey's doing just so, but she will tap it up and will tap it to the 4-foot buried. So a good shot there by Mariah. And Sarah's going to be forced to draw against 2 here in the first end. We see in the second end. And it's a draw against 2. Last rock here in the second. Sweepers are on off it. You know, always a good sign. I'll try to drag this one in. Needs a nice piece of the 4 here. Carly and Jen on the brooch, and it will come to the button, and it will be a score of 1 for Team Wark here after 2, and we are tied up 1 apiece here in Vernon.
Miles ago, Jen.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, Jen.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
Back inside the Vernon Curling Club, it's the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic, the second event on the BC Women's Curling Tour, presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance, where Curl BC members can benefit from a discount on car, home, condo, and tenant insurance on top of any other savings, discounts, and benefits that you are already eligible for. So be sure to call, or when you call Bel Air Direct, make sure to mention that you are a Curl BC member for your exclusive premium. We also like to thank the Via Sport and the government of BC, who are supporting all events on the BC Curling Tours this season through Hosting BC. So thank you for making this stream possible. And also any other information you want to have on Curl BC, check out our new website, curlbc.com. Third end here. Team Coulombe with the hammer. And the center guard is thrown by Jen. Casey now will be asked to play the come around. This one's a little heavy. Will it hang on at the back of the house? It will not, and it'll be out of play. No chance here for Sarah and Jen to play the come around and sit top 4. will nudge the center guard and they'll sit up front. So 2 center guards right now for Team Wark. Okay, so we asked to play the come around once more here, looking to redeem herself after her last shot. Sweepers are on this one. It's looking very nice for line. Now is it there for weight? And it is a great shot there by Casey, sitting at the top of the 8-foot. Forcing Team Wark to play the run back. Curly Sandwith look to run her straight onto the yellow. It's pretty much nose. And this one's a little wide, but will clear both of them. Almost gets the yellow on the way down, but a little more open now for Team Wark. And Mariah's going to ask Sierra here to split the rings. Put it over in the 12-foot there on the right-hand side. For light here, it's not the end of the world. The corner guard is still a good shot. And this rock from Sierra needs to slow down, and it won't slow down in time. And chance now for Curly to just play the open hit, sit in the rings. That's what you want to do here. So this is a little wide. Should finish up here, and we'll sit right there on the nose. Good shot by Carly. And now Sarah, another chance to play this hit and roll towards the wings on the board side. Contact is made, but will it stick around? And it will not. It does the main job on a hit and does remove the opposing rock. Now for Kristen, just put it anywhere in the rings here is a good shot. Don't want to be short. It'll give Team Coulombe a chance to play the come around. This one will come up short here, so Team Coulombe can take advantage of that missed rock and play the come around draw. know, hopefully looking to set up a score of 2 here in the third with the hammer. It's Madison Marlowe. Again, this one needs to slow down for them. And it will slow down in time, but it is in the back of the 8-foot. Now, for Team Wark here, it is back 8-foot, not too of a threatening spot to score right now, but you could play the come around, but they are going to look to hit a little bit of it as they can see some of it. Sweepers have been waved off this one. Now it's starting to move at the end here. Will get by the guard and will sit there on the nose. And great shot there by Kristen. Now for Team Coulombe. Again, it's kind of the same options here as Team Wark had. You could play the come around and you could play, you know, the hit and roll, but you will be behind the tee line. So they are going to just play the come around here. Looks like they're going to go the other way, they're going to go the other way here. That way, if they are a little heavy, they can rest on that blue one. This one's looking quite nice as it curls up right there at the end. Oh, wait, it's good. A great shot by Madison as they will freeze onto the blue rock. Now for Team Wark, you could, you know, again, play the freeze again. There will be shot stone. Most likely you will. You still possibly if you could freeze and not sit shot. Bump isn't bad here either, a little heavy, but just get your rock in that 4-foot area. First rock here for Sarah Wark in and number 3. And will come in there, sit there on the 4-foot, locked on the yellow one for shot stone. Now for Mariah. You'll like to bring that yellow one into play maybe and try to use that to score a point. Yeah, but I don't think she can see enough of that blue one to throw weight at it and spill both of them. So I think you kind of have to play this draw. You know, just come in this way and lock it on. You know, try to be shot rock after this here. And you should almost be guaranteed your one. going to go down and talk about this here. Thing is, if you can see the left side of this blue rock that Madison is standing behind of it, you can't see it right now. You can't hit it hard enough so both blue stones will exit the house, and you could sit 2 after that. But I don't think you can see enough of that kind of behind the guard over here. I don't think you can get in there with the right weight. But it looks like they are going to stick to their original call. So you can see how buried that blue one is there. That's currently shot. It's a come around draw here for Mariah Coulombe. This one's looking nice. If the line's good, it's curling good for him right now. And perfect shot by Mariah. Now on the buttons, sitting 1. Just coming out big when she needs to. Now for Team Wark right now, I think the biggest concern right now is there a shot for 2 for Team Coulombe right now? Because you'll be fine giving up the 1 here. That's what you want to do when you don't have the hammer. You want to force the team with hammer to a single point. Maybe she sees an opportunity to possibly score for herself, maybe steal, but I'd be almost tempted to play it short of the rings, make Mariah draw to the side of the button. Now, depending on where this one ends up, and the draw is not there for Mariah, I think there's enough room between the blue rock and the yellow rock back here where she can slash this blue rock through the hole for 2. I think you can see it. You can see a little bit more of it now, although it is pretty close. Even though you don't need to throw a lot of weight at that one, you just need to hit it in the right spot. But it's the last rock here for Team Wark in end number 3. This one's really curling on them. It's going to be all over the guard. Now you got to be careful you don't open things up here. Lucky enough, it doesn't have a lot of weight to it. So they will hit the guard, and Mariah will have a shot for her 2. Needs a piece of the button here. You can draw it right there to the center line. Just a piece of the button, and you put a 2 on the board. Last rock in end number 2 here for Team Coulombe. Excuse me, end number 3. Needs to do what she did on her last one. And I gotta sweep this one for line. It's starting to curl. Try to keep this one straight. Grab a piece of the button. It's going to be close, and they'll move the blue one far enough. It is a score of 2 here for Team Coulombe and end number 3. They will take a 3-1 lead as we head to the 4th here in Vernon.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight. You gotta see this. Look. 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 Look.
Shh. I'm saving money.
Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Bel Air Direct.
Back here inside the Vernon Curling Club, it's draw 5 of the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic. Update on the other games going on so far. Over on sheet 2, it's Team Richards leading 3-1 over Team Hayashi in the 4th end. On sheet 3, Team Kovaleva from Russia is up 2-1 over Kelsey Rock as they play the 4th. On sheet 4 on the men's side, Tyler Tardy holds a 4-2 lead over Daniel Wenzik. On sheet 5, Team Slattery holds a 1-0 lead over Team Daniels as they play 3. Sheet 6, it's Team Carey and Team Ebby. They are tied at 2 as they play 4. And over on sheet 7, looks like it is Team Caldwell up 1-0 over Team Wood. And that's in men's action here. And the first rush from Casey Freeman for Team Coulombe on this sheet will come to rest on the center line. Just a correction over on sheet 7. It's Team Wood with a 6-1 lead over Team Caldwell as they play 4. As the first walk from Team Wark comes in here. And it will come right on the tee line. We're partially open here on the left side. I was going to ask Casey to play the freeze. They wait for this one to move on them. And a little heavy right now as it will slide just to the back tee line here. Yeah, Brentland tee line, a little further than the Bluestone, but had their weight, just the line was a little off. Now a small tap being asked here for Jen here by Sarah. Kristen on the left, Carly on the right. This one comes down and will hit the blue one out, or excuse me, the yellow one out. And on to second rocks here in the fourth. There's 8 end games, no timeouts, no time limits, extra end if needed. And then here for Sierra, just a some top weight, back 4, back 8 weight. Just try to bump that blue rock in the 4-foot, kind of like just back here, and maybe try to get a little inside roll. This one maybe has a little too much weight to it. Maya tries to get one of these blues in, and one will go, and we'll just punch the other one in the open a little bit, so not a terrible result there for Team Coulombe. This one's gonna come right to the nose, and they will sit there. Sitting too, but it's a double here available for Team Coulombe. If you make this double, you will sit on the button buried. Maybe if you just hit and roll on top is a good shot for your team. Sierra Fisher now her second. Run it right out of her hand. They will hit, and they will roll, but it won't roll far enough. And we'll set to the top, the 4-foot still open. Another chance here for Team Wark to play hit and roll behind. Right on the center line is a great spot. That rock will come to the nose. Kind of weighing our options here, maybe looking at hitting the hit and roll behind. Not a big fan of that one. Still, a doable shot, but you do leave a short run back for Team Wark. Let's see what comes out of this here. Maybe you play a slight roll, maybe don't roll all the way behind the blue one. And they gotta get by this guard first to hit it, and they will. And she will hit it, but it will roll out. Will it? Or will it hang in? And will it hang in? And it will hang in, but just a biter there on the 12-foot. Now for Team Wark, a tap is going to be called here. You can tap on the nose, tap it on the right side a bit, maybe even get to the inside is not terrible. A lot of room to work with here if you're Team Wark and Kristen Pilot. She will tap around up just to the back of the button. Now you could freeze on that one if you're Team Coulombe here. You'll be a great spot, but you are risky a little, maybe giving up a little more here if you come up light, maybe a little heavy. If you do play this nose hit, what Mariah is saying, I'd have to be worried that Team Wark maybe play the come around and sit right on their own, and they'll be sitting too buried right on the button. I still think even if you do make this hit and roll towards the 8 foot, I think Team Wark will still have, the come around freeze onto their own. Wouldn't maybe mind playing, this is a good opportunity to play the one on the back of the button, even just freeze to it. The last stone here for Madison Marlowe in the 4th. She will just hit and roll to the right, and Sarah Wark taking a look at things and seeing the opportunity here to go in. The top 4, top 8's good, even right down to your own is great. A lot of room to work with, a lot of good variables here for Team Wark with this shot. This one's curling nicely. Supers trying to get as close as they can. This is going to be a great shot. And Christian with a great draw to the top of the 4 foot, really putting the pressure now on Team Coulombe. The Mariah's had her draw weight so far here today. And 2 good draws on her in the last end to score the skips deuce. But the freeze is here. Horse is coming this way. Stay right there. It is there, and if you make it, extremely difficult for Team Wark to remove it. And it'll be a good position to force, maybe even steal. But a very crucial draw here for Mariah here in the 4th against 2, even though it is only her first. If you're light, you allow Team Wark to bring another one in there, possibly. Chance to sit 3. And then you go on this one for line. That's moving towards the center line. She had the weight, it looks like. And a little light, but she is short. And now for Sarah Wark, I'd almost consider the same shot that Mariah tried to play, as Kristen's pointing out here. If you make that, what does Mariah have to get in there? All she has is this in-off off her own. That's it. If you can place it right there, now Mariah would have a very difficult draw, but she makes that, then Sarah would have this yellow to blue for 3. So for Team Wark, just getting right in here in the 4 foot is great. Even if you're short and partially buried, say top 8 foot, that's still a really good spot. You can use it to slash in if Mariah draws here, possibly. Even if you're in the free guard zone, that's still a good spot. Anything but heavy is a good shot here for Sarah. Sweepers are on this one right now for line. It's getting close to that yellow one. As this one's curling up on them now, and maybe a spot out here. But they're going to get Team Coulombe here off the hook a little bit. Now that same draw is there that she played on her first one if she wanted to go for it. It's still there, and you've already played this spot. You've seen it move, so you would expect it to have the same amount of curl. Also looking at this in off here. That is what she's going to play. Now I am curious as well if you play this blue-yellow combination. Of course, this blue will go, and your yellow will sit around in here. Just curious if this blue will outcount this yellow here on the right, and if it doesn't, I think you play. Then the worst you give up is probably 2 here. I think if you want to cut Sarah Wark down here, that might be the easiest shot. Is to play this blue-yellow. But it's being shot here from Mariah is in off the yellow and just come this way off it right into the button area. Running out of her hand. You gotta hit this rock first. Oh, and she goes right by it, so it'll be a draw for 3 for Team Wark. And a chance to take the 1-point lead halfway through this one. Needs full 8 foot. Keepers are on this one as it's starting to move on them, but it looks fine, and it will make its way into the house, and it will be a score of 3 for Sarah Wark here in the 4th end, and they will take a 1-point lead here after 4. Scores 4-3 for Team Wark over Mariah Coulombe here in Vernon.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
We are here at the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic here in Vernon, BC. The second event on the BC Women's Curling Tour. Brought to you by Best Western, the official hotel of Curl BC, where Curl BC members can use this corporate ID code. Write this down, put it in your phone, do what you need to do. 015-04820 and you can receive discounted rates up to 19% off any of the best available rates. You can do this online or by calling 1-800-BEST-WESTERN. Jordan Kiss here with you. Let's end number 5 between Team Coulombe and Team Wark. It's our third of 4 draws today. Our next one will be at 8:30 on the men's side. Team Giel versus Team Tardy, what should be a very entertaining affair. Of course, this is the second event on the BC Curling Tours. The next one will be next weekend on Thanksgiving in Abbotsford at the Drive-In Forced Abbotsford Cash Spiel. And I believe we'll be streaming those games from there as well, right here on Curl BC's YouTube page. I'd like to thank you all for taking the time to watch this one here. It's been a very back and forth matchup here. As we're on finishing off lead rocks here in the first end, and that rock from Jen will come rest on the center line, and we'll cover theirs in the house. I'd like to give a big shout out to Dave Merklinger and the Vernon Curling Club for hosting this event, and all the volunteers that have helped out so far, from the ticket sales to the people in the bar and all the ice and all the food. It's been great so far since we've been here, and we look forward to the rest of the weekend. Still another full day of action tomorrow. 4 draws on tap. Some great games as well, as such teams as Chelsea Carey and Cheryl Bernard. As this rock from Casey Freeman will hit the blue guard, and it will tap it in. But she does leave a corner on the other side, so still usable. The all right miss there. Guard over curls, so chance here for Mariah and Sierra here to play the hit and roll behind those 2 staggered guards. This one's curling on them as well. It's getting a little too close to those 2 guards, and it will hit, but watch this, watch this. Oh, almost made the lucky shot there. Been nice to stick in the rings, but tough miss there for Sierra. A little over curl. Another guard here, chance to be thrown for Sarah Wark. Another good guard there by Carly. So now for Team Coulombe, You could play around your corner guard here. You know, that's an option. This is another option as well. To kind of clear the front up. You can open the forefoot for yourself if you have to use it. Let's get two of these blues moving. Get the one out of the rings. We're on the last of the second stones here in the fifth. Let's let this one over curl and make it the other way. And the blue at the back eight will go, but the first rock she hit will slide behind the corner guard at the top of the 12 foot, making it a little harder to get in there now for Team Coulombe. Now, for center Wark, you could throw up a center guard in this situation. You could come in. Because, of course, there is the two guards kind of over here that Team Coulombe could draw around. It looks like that's what Wark is going to do, just kind of come in right here. Top 8 foot. And if you're Team Coulombe, you're, you know, most likely going to have to come in this way or this way. Let's wait and see where this one ends up. Don't want this one to be deep either. I'm going to try to bring it as far back as they can now, and it will sit at the back of the 4 foot, just outside the button. But usable rock here for Team Coulombe. Again, they could just come up and freeze, but they're going to play a back 8, back 12 weight, try to get a little roll in here. This one's diving towards the guards and will make contact, and then yellow one will roll to center, but this yellow one here will hang in the back at the 12 foot. We'll see if that comes into play later on. I highly doubt it. But a chance to for Sarah Wark just to plug up the hole here and just block the house. She can come kind of right here on the center line, just bite the center line on the left side here. And it should, you know, it'll do the job. The hole here will be blocked to be able to make this raise on this yellow a little more challenging. I want to keep this one a little straighter. Good result. It does guard their one in the house, and for Team Coulombe, all they have right now are some run backs. Now you could run your own. You could run in the blue one right now and save your own for later in the end. And they're gonna elect to run their own right now, or are they? Is she looking at the high one there on the? No, so just to run their own here. Run it straight onto the blue. Looking at about half a rock, maybe a little more, a little less. Troopers are on it right out of Madison's hand here, and as you can see, it's already over curled, but at least maybe try to peel some here, open things up. They will leave the center guard, but they still have one of their rocks above the house right now, which could prove handy as we get to the skip rocks here in the fifth. And for Team Wark, they're just going to, again, just guard their own here. You don't have the hammer. No need to get too aggressive. And just come right here, top 12. We need a short, bare little piece. And I think Team Coulombe's all they're going to have is this run back. I don't know if this draw through the hole is here. This rock on the right here might be in the way. I feel like if you have to make that draw, you could definitely try it. But it's not the easiest one. First rock here for Sarah Wark in the 5th. This one's going to come into the house now. It's going to over curl and come to the top 8 foot. Now, if you're Team Coulombe, is there a shot here to get to the inside of that blue in the 4 and roll in? Doesn't look like there's a lot of room. They're also discussing just hit and roll away here. If you do that, you will be shot rock. You should be shot rock to sit in the middle of the 8 foot. It's Mariah's first here in the 5th. This one is wide. This is really wide. It's on that blue one. It's going to tap it up. And that's it. Going to tap it in now. Sarah Wark sitting 5 without the hammer. Right now, just plug the hole for Team Wark, and Team Coulombe is going to have a very difficult shot to make on their last. So you want to, right here on the top, the 12 foot, it's right where you want it. They'll block this race here for Team Coulombe. It's probably the easiest shot they have right now. I don't really see enough room to raise this yellow one here. I think this rock up here is in the way. So I feel if this is made, well, she'll have a couple shots. I think the draw is here. I don't know if she might be able to see enough of this blue in off, but I think the shot she might go for is off her yellow away out here, right in there. But this rock has to come to rest first, so we can start thinking about that. And it will hit. We'll sit there. So options here for Mariah on her last. It's kind of whatever one she wants to play. They're all extremely difficult. I think right now I'd play this one here on the left. It's the shortest. It's definitely the easiest out of the run backs you have. I'm not too sure what else we're looking at here. Maybe there's a hole. No. If you look at this camera here on the right, it does look like there is enough room here for them to get through to get their one. Try to zoom in a little bit. No, I think there is enough room between going this way and play your shot. it's there. It's definitely there. And they've had a couple issues going that way. Some hits in this end. They've overcurled on a lot of them. And it's like, what turn do you play at it? I think that's the other big question. Do you come in this way at it? Then you're gonna flirt with this guard here, this guard over here if you do that. But they're going on the inside here, and in this, you're gonna have to watch this blue one right here. You're gonna have to wait for it to curl past it, and once they do, is it gonna be too late? Is it not gonna hit enough to sit in there for a shot? Or maybe they're looking at this straight run back double here. No, that's not there for shot. I don't know what I'm talking about there. Ignore me on that one. But I assume it's a shot through the port here for Mariah to score her single. It's a big one here, as it is against 5. We do have one final on the men's side, as Team Tardy has defeated Team Wenzik. The Wenzik will go to 1-1, Tardy 1-0, and we're on this one. This one's looking really good. They can keep it straight. It's through. Will it sit? And they won't hit enough of it. But it'll only be a steal of 1. We're going to take a look at it, and it's a little closer from our angle here. It looks like they are going to measure. So it's 1 for sure for Team Wark. A great shot there by Mariah. Not a lot of room to work with, but was able to cut them down. And we'll have to wait and see what the measure will say here. Yes, we are in the Vernon Curling Club. Join and kiss with you. Shout out to our technical producer, Marcio Sinclair, who's been hard at work all day since we've got here, of making sure everything is running smoothly. Seems every draw we have a new feature to add to this broadcast, whether it's a camera angle or the scoreboard. It's always changing, as they will measure the yellow one first, then bring it over here to the blue. And assuming it's 2 blue here. They didn't really give a clear signal. But by removing the yellow first, it is 2 blue. We'll see if it's 2 blue. We'll find out right when we get back for the 6th end. But it's Sarah Wark leading here in Vernon.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight. You got to see this. Look. 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 Look.
Shh. I'm saving money.
Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Bel Air Direct.
Back here inside the Vernon Curling Club. It was a steal of 2 for Sarah Wark in the 5th end. We'll hold a 3-point lead. An update on the other games going on sheet 2. Team Richards holds a 4-1 lead. 4-2 lead. Scoreboard's kind of blocked right now, but they have 4 on the board, so Team Richards is up over Team Hayashi. It is 4-1. On sheet 3, it's Kelsey Rock and Alina Kovaleva. And it's Kovaleva with a 2-1 lead as they play 6. Of course, on sheet 4, we have our final Tardy over Wenzik. Sheet 5, it's Slattery leaving 5-1 over Sarah Daniels. On sheet 6, it's Chelsea Carey up 4-2 over Team Ebby. And on sheet 7, it's Team Wood up 8-3 over Team Coulombe. So it'll be a center guard for Wark to start us off here, and then a corner guard from Mariah and Casey Freeman. And Sarah's going to go around here. Going to go a little aggressive, put some pressure on Team Coulombe here. We've seen an opportunity that the team's struggling, looking to take advantage of it. And this will get by the guard, but where will this one sit? And it will come to rest in the back of the 8-foot. Casey Freeman now, looking for the come around the corner. It looks heavy. And it will come to rest in the back 8-foot sitting shot stone. But that is a very high guard, so Team Wark could, play some weight at it, maybe half weight and tap it out, but they're going to play the come around again. Again, this one's a little heavy. It will slide to the back of the 4-foot now. Sitting first and third is Team Wark. Now, Mariah's going to ask Sierra to follow that rock down. Looking to be top button here. Reapers are on this one. Line looks fantastic. This is looking very nice that they can get it there, and Casey will finish it off, and a great shot there from Sierra Fisher. Shot stone on top of the button, and Sarah's going to follow them down, sit on top of it, kind of shrink that scoring zone. They would love to force Team Coulombe to one here. This will A little heavy. I'll tap the yellow one a little more and roll slightly open. But kind of the same shot here for Mariah. Just put it right in there. You corner freeze. The blue one's good. If you can tap it back a little bit, that would be great. Just tap it just back T-line over here. Will tap it to the back of the 12-foot. And now on third rocks here, and Christian Pilot will set to throw for teamwork. Now, is there a double here? Can you avoid the jam at the back? Maybe even thinking of playing just the run back on their own. So they are going to play a hit here on the yellow. Try to hit as much of it as they can. Really super hard to make this one curl. Now it's need to go on it for a line, but they make it curl too much. And oh, just nick it. And we'll see that Curly was too good of a sweeper on that one. She was making that one curl. But the opportunity here is open for Team Coulombe to get back into this one. As they're going to throw the guard on it, kind of top 12. You do want to make sure this one's open though, so that you can use it later on. Of course, you are only sitting one right now, and Team Wark still has a shot to possibly cut them down. And then be forced to that single point. And this one's a little heavy and will slide to the back 4, back 8, sitting. And that is third shot right now. So same shot here for Team Wark. Kristen Pilot. Curly Senna was sweeping it to curl here. Gotta be careful not to overdo it this time. A little more room, and they'll hit the one, and the yellow will spill, but it is yellow and Team Coulombe sitting 3. For Mariah, you're sitting nicely here with the hammer. She's going to come top 8 foot to it. Yes, and Marlowe now. Casey Freeman on the right, Sierra Fisher on the left. This one looks light. Well, they gotta get this one over the hog line. And they will, but very high guard. It is guarding those two in the 4 foot, but it's super high. Now for Team Wark. You're gonna like to play this come around here. Just right there on the button. If you do that, you'd be buried. Then Mariah could possibly, you know, kind of come down this way and just tap hers up onto the blue. First rock for Sarah Wark here in 6. And this one needs to stay a little straight. It's getting close to the blue guard, and it will hit it, but try to roll it as far as they can, and it's still Team Coulombe sitting 3. And that is a raisable rock. Now for Team Coulombe, it's an important decision here. Don't forget about this blue rock out here. That can still come into play to hit and roll off of. But right now for Team Coulombe, this rock up here that Sarah Wark just threw is the rock you have to worry about. They can run that in, they can tap that up. I think right now for Team Coulombe is that Sarah Wark is going to have a shot here to try and sit one and get into that 4-foot. He's going to have this tap or this hit and roll. You're not going to be able to block both. Now you could possibly play this hit and roll yourself and maybe try to get, you know, edge a button. And Sarah's point of playing the guard. Looks like they have decided to play the guard here. So they'll sit their yellow rock kind of right here in the hole. Block off this red one here. And then you could expect to see, you know, Sarah to maybe play a draw in this way. Or, you know, play this hit and roll right to the button. She even has this thing if she really wants. Sarah Wark has to play it if she wants to. That's there as well. Mariah Coulombe is just the guard. Now she is sitting 3 here. So still sitting nicely. I think I definitely agree with this call. It's kind of like, it's mostly like, what do you want the other team to throw in this situation? Although I do feel the tap for Team Wark is a little more delicate shot. There's not a lot of room to throw some extra weight, as you have to be very precise on it. Hole is plugged and Sarah Wark wastes no time, puts the broom down. And she is going to play this hit and roll. We can even just hit straight into that yellow one. Just kind of sit right here. It's a shot against 3 for Sarah Wark without the hammer here in 6. And they're on this one. Saw Mariah flash a hit out here in the fourth end and a similar shot, and this one's going to be close. Oh, they swept it a little too much. I'll let that go, but they have cut down Team Coulombe to 1. And now for Team Coulombe here, how do you score your 2? It's a great shot by Sarah. If they wait on that one a little longer, they are shot rock. They're looking at punching this red rock here through the hole for 3. And if you get lucky, you clip Bishop the one here and you get 4. But also with the weight that they're throwing at this one as well, the shooter could be a shot that rock that counts as well for them. No, that is the only shot they have to score multiple points here. I don't see much else. Those, the taps are extremely difficult here. I don't think there's enough room, and you have to that's way out there. That's a very hard shot. I'd only do that if that was the absolutely only thing you could do. But I like what Sierra kind of suggested here. Of, tapping this blue one here. You don't have to hit it hard. You can get your 2 out of it. Raise this one up. And then the blue will probably spill out here. And you probably get your 2 out of it, maybe, depending where this one ends up in the 4-foot. You would actually, on second thought, I don't think that's there. Because I think there's a little too much room in the 4-foot for this blue rock to end up. So they will probably end up here. But I think that is what they're going to play here. Looking at this, it doesn't look like it's there for 2. It's all depending where this blue one ends up. But again, it's also there. Well, we'll have to wait and see, folks. Can only assume so much. So it's a shot for multiple points here for Team Coulombe. Sitting 1 right now. Last rock here in the 6th. I need this one to curl, and now they're on it. It's on and off. It's close. Oh, did they wait too long? It's starting to move. Oh, and it hit the top one. And it'll just be a score of 1 for Team Coulombe. So they will relinquish the hammer and be down 2 as we head to 7 here in Vernon.
Sick fight, you gotta see this. Look, 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 look.
Shh, I'm saving money.
Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Bel Air Direct.
Back inside the Vernon Curling Club, I'm Jordan Kiss here with you as we're ready for the 7th end here between Team Wark and Team Coulombe. Team Wark will have the hammer here, up 2 points. And an update on some other scores here on sheet 2. Team Richards holds a 4-2 lead over Team Hayashi's. They are in the 6th end. Over on sheet 3, it's Kelsey Rock and Alina Kovaleva. They are tied at 2 as they play 7. On sheet 5, Slattery is up 5-3 over Sarah Daniels. They're on Skip Rocks in the 6th. And on sheet 6, Team Carey and Team Ebby are tied at 4 apiece as they play 7. Carey has the hammer there, and it is a final on sheet 7 as Team Wood has defeated Team Caldwell. Let me Center guard is played by Casey Freeman. Will come to us just off center. Then Rusnall for Team Wark. Playing the come around here. Will come in to the top of the 12-foot. And lots of room here for Team Coulombe to play the come around draw. This one will just nudge the blue that was just thrown by Sarah Wark and sit in the top 8-foot. It's the second event on the BC Women's Curling Tour presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Best Western, the official hotel of Curl BC. We're live here at the Vernon Curling Club. It's the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic. Draw number 5. Third game for both of these teams. Team Wark 1-1. Team Coulombe 0-2. And the nose hit is made. To second rocks here in the 7th. Fisher now, and will hit this blue one and kind of sit there right on the center line. Now for Team Coulombe, they would love to steal here, but at worst you want to force to 1. Down 3 with, down 3 with hammer is already hard enough as it is. Don't want to be down 4 or more. And the hit is made there by Carly Stanowith as she will roll out, leaving and giving Team Coulombe the opportunity to draw around. Go off this one. It looks like they couldn't have got by the blue one. Maybe miscommunication there. I feel like if they're on it, they wouldn't have been by. But they will sit in the top of the 12-foot. chili sandwich now, the second for Team Wark. The defending BC champions. Will hit and roll again. And this one, it will spin right back and be a biter there on the left side of the 12-foot. Don't forget about that one. You never know, that could count for Team Wark later in the end. Now on to third stones, Madison and Marlowe, as they like to play the come around one more time here for Team Coulombe. This one's kind of dying on them at the end, trying to get this buried, and Team Coulombe struggling to make this come around draw here. And Sarah Wark with another chance to play the hit, and maybe again play a little roll to the left. Don't want to set up there because it can be a guard used for Team Coulombe. You know, if you're Team Wark in this situation, you do want to make sure you do score. If you do score, even if it's just one, you are in a good position to win this game coming home. Will hit and they will roll. Will this one spin back like the other one? It will not, but it's still in play. So another opportunity here for Team Coulombe to play the come around draw, see if they can make it this time. Another opportunity here for Madison Marlowe. This one looks good, and it will come to rise to the top. 8 foot, it is buried, but a short run back here for Team Wark. Looks like they can see enough of it. Kind of zoom in here. Wrong way. There we go. Kind of hit as much as you can see of this blue rock. Gotta get by that yellow guard first. This Kristen Pilot will rack, but does peel it off. Opens it up for your team. Now as we get down to the skip rocks here in the 7th. Play a guard on it right now if you're Team Coulombe. Still going to try to get that steal here. I feel in my experience, it's a little easier to steal 1 in the 8th in without hammer than it is to score 3 in the 8th with. See Madison put the broom down right there, just on the right side of center. He's had her draw it so far today, but this one's coming in. We don't want to leave a double. And she will come and freeze on her own. That's it. That's a pretty good spot. Sarah's going to have to throw a lot of weight at this one if she wants to get both of these moving. But definitely the play is to run your own here. Now, just watch this blue rock over here. It could be a catcher for this yellow rock here. It could definitely go in there if there's enough weight thrown. And that could be the rock that will force Sarah Wark to her one. This one's a little tight, and she will just get the top one off, and she will roll it out. Now for Team Coulombe, a great opportunity here. I like where she's putting her broom right on the forefoot behind those two yellows. Right there's a great spot if you can get it there. Even if you're half buried, it's going to be a tough shot for Team Wark to get their single. Even right here, just top four, half buried. A great opportunity here for Team Coulombe to steal. They'll definitely force to one unless she throws this one through, but even then, I still don't think that double's there. So last rock for Coulombe here in the 7th.
No, when they actually need me to ask you, I was just streaming.
So this one's going to come onto the top 12 there, a little light, but a opportunity here for Sarah Wark to get her single. So the last rock here in the 7th end. Draw for one to go up 3 without the hammer. And 8. Charlie Stanwyck on the left, Jen Rusnell on the right. Needs a really good 8-foot here to score. We haven't touched this too much. It looks close as it comes down to the house, and it will sit there in the 4-foot for her one, and Team Wark will have the lead up 3 going into the 8th end here at the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic from Vernon, BC. Last end of action here at the Vernon Curling Club. I am Jordan Kiss. It's a uphill climb for Team Coulombe here in the 8th, needing to score 3 with the hammer to force an extra end. So Team Wark scored their single in 7. "17 teams on the women's side this weekend, 3 pools. The top team in each pool will receive a spot in the playoffs, and the final 3 spots will go to the 3 teams with the 3 best records. And there are tiebreakers. They'll be solved by last stone draw that the teams do at the end of their warm-ups. Whoever has the lowest number will advance. Use that rock from Jen. Will come to the top 4 foot, and Mariah will tell Casey to play the corner guard. Both these teams still have 2 more games that will take place tomorrow. And get this one over the hog line. Sweeper's working hard on it. Sierra and Madison, and it will come up short. A tough one here. Need those guards here in the 8th end, and a costly mistake. And for teamwork, they're not going to take any chances. Just throw it through. Right now for Team Coulombe, any rock that's in the house or in play right now is a usable rock for them, even if it is the opposing color. You can use it to freeze, use it to draw behind. So the less of those in play for teamwork, the better. Of course, we still have one more game after this one. That'll be at 8:30, as it will be Team Giel versus Team Tardy on the men's side. It should be a fantastic matchup. Tyler Tardy, the 3-time Canadian junior champion and 2-time world junior champion, and Sean Giel, a BC champion, winner of the first event of the season, the King Cash. Team Giel coming off a loss in their opener, so they're looking to bounce back in this one. This should be another good one, and of course, 5 rock rule in effect here, so Team Wark can't peel that corner yet, so again, Sarah's going to ask Curly Stanwith just to throw it through. Team Coulombe now will come around the corner guard. This rock will get by the guard and will come to the rings. Great shot there by Sierra. Great job by the sweepers to get that there. And Sarah, no hesitation, put the broom on the guard and ask for the peel. We're saying it's wide here, and it is right by everything. Giving some more hope here to Team Coulombe, and they're gonna draw behind it one more time. You can even freeze on that blue one. They are gonna play the come around again. Just played it. You know, do it one more time, a little deeper this time. Anywhere's behind is great. Last rock here for Sierra Fisher in 8. A little more room this time. You gotta make sure you're in the house. That's the one key part of this shot. That's the one thing that needs to happen. And it will sit back of the 8-foot. And Sarah Wark will go right back out, and Kristen will try to do what Carly couldn't and peel the guard. And peel is made by Kristen Pilots, and Team Coulombe now. I'd throw one more corner guard, at least one more. Just try to keep Sarah from making a play on those yellow rocks as long as possible. Delay that. If like you do this for the rest of the third stones here, then maybe on Mariah's first, I'd be tempted to play a shot on the blue one and sit 3. And this one's going to slide deep. Don't want to be deep here. It will stay outside the house, but it'll make that just kind of double a little easier. Now it could even get all 3. At least for teamwork on this one, just get the yellow guard out of the way. If you can get 2, great. If you get all 3, even better. I'll just get the single here, roll away, and again for Team Coulombe, again I'd throw one more guard. You know they're going to play the peel. You gotta be patient here. Yeah, they're going to throw one more. We do have another final over on sheet 6. It is Chelsea Carey defeating Team Ebby. Carey now 2-1. It'll be one of our feature teams tomorrow afternoon at 4:30. They take on Team Hayashi. And another corner guard, but it does leave those 2 yellow rocks open, and I'd be surprised if Sarah Wark doesn't go for them here. So we're now on to skip stones. You make those 2 go away, you win the game. And some updates over on sheet 5. Kim Slattery has a 5-4 lead over Sarah Daniels as they play 7th. Slattery, they just finished the 7th end. I'll update you on soon as they put the score up there. So they head into 8, and over on sheet 2 here, they're still in 7. It's a 4-3 lead for Team Richards as they are on skip stones. So double here can win it for Sarah Wark. sweeping this one, make it curl. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. And just over top. Team Coulombe still has some life left here. Again, they just need to again, play around that corner guard, top 8 foot, top 12 foot. Has to be in the rings here. So if you're Team Coulombe, just top 12, top 8, that area behind that guard is what you want. Mariah, who has had her draw weight here in this one. Looking to come up with it for 1 to 2 more times. The first stone from Mariah Coulombe here in the 8th end. Does have the hammer, needs to score 3 to force an extra. Line's looking very nice here. Needs to curl right now for him. Casey Freeman's doing that. It's trying to make a curl. Waits there. Can they finish it? And it's a good shot there by Mariah, but for Sarah Wark, just make one of them go away and you'll get the W here and go to 2-1. They're just looking at maybe what's the easier shot, which rock is more open. Shot to win here for the defending BC Women's Champion. Curly sweeping this one to curl. This one's hanging a bit on the center line, but it looks pretty good. Will they hit enough? And they will, and it will be a final here on sheet 1. Sarah Wark will take the 7-4 victory over Mariah Coulombe. Sarah Wark will go to 2-1. Team Coulombe 0-3. And that will do it for our third draw here on this Friday here in October in Vernon. We're gonna go over to sheet. Now, what we'll be doing, we're actually gonna go over to sheet 5. We'll go over to sheet 5 as soon as we can. We'll bring you the last end between Team Slattery and Team Daniels. Stay tuned with us here. We'll get back to some curling coverage as soon as we can.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight. You gotta see this. Look. 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 Look.
Shh. I'm saving money.
Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Bel Air Direct.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight, you gotta see this. Look, look.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight, you gotta see this. Look, 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 look.
Shh. I'm saving money.
Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Bel Air Direct.
it's Team Slattery here, up 2 without the hammer. They are the Blue Rocks. It's the first of the skip rocks here in the 8th end. Jordan Kiss here with you at the Vernon Curling Club. It's women's action at the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic. And they will get the inside roll, and they won't get the inside roll, but it will sit nose, but sit top 12, eliminating one of the yellow stones here. Of course, Sarah Daniels needs 2 to force the extra end. Now for Sarah. You can't really do a double this way, because this Blue Rock here will probably hit this yellow one. And you can't do it this way either, because of course that's going to go straight into there. So it looks like they might just try to hit this one here, maybe roll over. And Sarah heads down to throw her first rock. Both teams looking for the first win here this weekend. Sarah Daniels, a recent winner. The Anita Cocker Memorial Junior Spiel a few weeks ago. Second place at the King Cash. Holly Horvath sweeping right now. I gotta get it by the guard and will hit it. And oh, we'll just bring the blue in. But any good news, her yellow stone is shot rock. So the last stone coming up here for Team Slattery. And they're just going to slash this blue in to eliminate the yellow one and win the game. Looks like Alyssa Kylie, who throws the 4th rock, so we'll be able to see enough of it. So it's a shot here to win, make the yellow go away. And you will go to 1-1 if you're Team Slattery, and Team Daniels will go to 0-3. Last shot here for Team Slattery, up 2 without the hammer in the final end. Cleaning it right now. They will hit it out, and it will be a victory for Team Slattery here at the Prestige. They will go to 1-1. Daniels 0-3. And there's another great draw of action here in Vernon. We'll be back again very shortly, because at 8 o'clock it'll be more men's action here. It'll be Team Hardy versus Team Giel. You don't want to miss that one. I'll be here for it. Jordan Kissney is my name. And thank you to Marcio Sequeira, our technical producer. And we'll talk to you again very shortly, but it's the final. Team Slattery defeats Team Daniels, and our feature match was Team Wark over Team Coulombe. Back with you in about an hour here on Curl BC.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.